Hello everyone. Welcome to January 11th,
January
11th,
Yeah, 11th.
2021. Thanks for joining us for today. We just pick up our third member, and that's this little rascal in the back there. Hi, little rascal. How are you? And what's your name? Is Mrs. Wave?
Mrs. Mute today.
So Bella, how are you doing, baby?
What is on here? Okay, so I'm doing pretty good. We got 2 new students. One has been here before, but was Clear Connections. So now they're in our class, and we have 25 students now. The other one was from Falcon Pass, so they moved here. It was another week. This week is gonna be another week of online, because
Because what?
I don't know, but we went to PE. I got to be a tagger because I'm just so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I did get a lot of people though. Did some of that. Went back to the classroom, then we waited a bit until 10:10 so you could get into math. Oh yeah, for science we're doing the water cycle still.
Oh wow.
I got all the questions right because I'm really cool. So we did some multiplication that I also got right
Yeah.
because I'm so cool. That's bright.
So try to give you some lights.
So,
Go ahead, baby. Continue.
So we did that. Then, for some reason, we switched over into the reading and writing class, which was not a good idea because that class, like, why would we even have to switch classes?
Did you ask the teacher?
No, but like, I think she said because we needed to like get a new scenery, something like that. But I don't like it.
Did you just raise your hand and you say, I object?
No.
Next time try to do it, see what happened.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. Okay, good.
So in writing, we filled out this brainstorming sheet,
Yeah.
and we're still in poetry. Went to lunch. I had cheese sticks with fruit, milk, and chips. Then we went back, read some of this book, got out to recess, and since there was nothing to do and it was so cold, we made a little line and we just ran around the whole entire
Okay, so it's just being kids, huh?
no. We did that. We also like decided to form a circle and play some Duck Duck Goose. Nobody chose me as the goose, which was really, really disappointing.
Why would you want to be a goose?
Because I want to chase them.
Maybe because you are fast?
But there was another fast person there. Faster than me. Yeah. And apparently, somehow they outran them. So we went back from recess, and my hands were getting very hot because it was cold outside.
Yeah.
And hot. So that happened, then we went to reading. And in reading, we where we read a poem and had to answer questions about it, and that's all.
All right. Well, you know, it's a little bit kind of like it's a Monday or something. It's just Bella is dragging it out. But that's good though, Bella. Thank you very much for updating us, updating everybody of how things go in your little circle. Now, hi, Princess Annie.
Hello. Okay, so today actually kind of felt like a Thursday. I don't know why. We were just talking about it. Everyone's like, yeah, it kind of feels like a Thursday today. It doesn't feel like a Monday. And let's see. My Spanish teacher is out because her 2 kids got COVID. So she's out. She doesn't have COVID yet, but you know, just in case. What else? I've been painting. I actually started painting today. Let's see. I started the base of the skin so far, and I think I like how it turns out, how it's turning out right now. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Today was a very tiring day. Like I was just very exhausted, but I was very productive at the same time. I still have some assignments to finish up, and yeah, other than that, my day was just like any other day. I drew a lot, or not a lot, but I drew a little bit, and yeah, talked to my school friends and just stuff. Oh, we did talk about politics today. That was interesting.
That's interesting. Come on, listen.
No, I'm not gonna go in depth about what we talked about, but yeah, so my friends, I don't know, I'm not gonna say their names, but we were just talking about like where our families lie in terms of politics and what their personal political views are and where they stand on the political spectrum. And one of my friends, she was saying that she is on, let's see, on the spectrum, she is a liberal, more not as radical leaning. Like she's like radical leaning, but she's not like completely like a radical liberal.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also a feminist. And then my other 2 friends, one of them was saying that she was she's like in the middle of it all. She's not really leaning anywhere, but she's more leaning left, but just kind of in the middle. And then my other friend, I don't know, I forgot what she was saying, but I think she's also in the middle. And we were just talking about different policies, specifically the abortion, like pro-life, pro-choice, and how our parents view things, and just how the environment like that is with our house. Yeah, that was an interesting topic. Other than that, that was my day. Pretty simple. But yeah.
Good. Well, it's not simple, but at least you are engaging in discussions and civil discussions. I think that's good. That's healthy. Well, let me start out with my day. Of course, came home late, a little bit late last night, attending a friend's birthday party. I came home a little late, so didn't have much sleep today. You can see it. I'm a little bit kind of like out of it as well. Run out of energy. But anyhow, so yeah, do routine things. Take the princess to school. Came home, work on new requirements that the client just threw at us, and then have on another business side, the customers start calling regarding their orders, and then some of them just want to buy new supplies. So which is good for our business. It's an online store, beauty stuff, nothing much, but I like to do it because have a great partner. She's taking care of things on one side, and I'm taking care of things on this side. So like customer service and so on. So I'm doing a lot of things, programming and customer service too. So it's totally different experience. Of course, I have to take care of my customer service on the more enterprise level. But I'm dealing with more retails now that are dealing with customers. But of course, up to I'm watching out on the politics side as well. I'm not one of those nut job, but you're talking to the princess here at home regarding the political beliefs and the views. And I always explain it to them. When I was younger, I was much like them. Everybody growing up is a dreamer. And as we get older, we get more responsibilities and we have more things that we have to stack on our shoulder. And we tend to lean a little bit further to the right. Why is that? Because we are more, as we grow older, we work hard for our money. It's tough to earn money. And it's much tougher when you have somebody constantly telling you, hey, this is how much I'm going to take out your paycheck so that I can pay for someone else. And while that is noble, it's sometimes that noble cause is it just drain the energy out of you when you see a lot of things that are not going right. For example, long time unemployment benefits, and then people that drive cars better than you can, but while they are standing in line collecting unemployment and collecting welfare, so which is not good.
We actually discussed this.
You did too?
Yeah. So we discussed socialism and capitalism and how I'm trying to remember. We discussed socialism and capitalism and how in a society socialism doesn't work out. We also discussed the topic of free healthcare. That's what we talked about, and how although free healthcare may be provided, doesn't necessarily mean that the healthcare itself is, it's good. Because normally, one of my friends was explaining that under free healthcare, people tend to work on their own personal policies rather than using the government-funded ones, simply because the government-funded ones, while they are provided, it doesn't really, it's not really the best of the best. And they were, sorry?
So I think the definition of free healthcare is not correct. I think that's what they're talking about, free market healthcare. So free market is the competition between different entities, right? You have private and you have public. So what they're talking about is free market healthcare. And if you're missing that market, then you can say free healthcare. This means that government funded, not government, but taxpayer funded. And it's only one, because single payer. You know what single payer means, right? So all healthcare is provided, and then single funded. This means that the taxpayer funded everything, and which is not good. You don't have a competition. When you don't have healthy competition, you lack ethics, you lack efficiency. And those people, because they said, well, I'm not going to get fired. I don't need to provide good. I just need to be here and show up and work. And that's many government entities that happen to be doing that. Like for example, if you actually ever go to a DMV, I'll show you. And when we start go pick up your test, you observe the people that work at DMV. I mean, I don't say everybody, I say most of them. While the lines are long, and you have breaks, you have people that are on breaks, and those people on breaks are kind of like interacting with the people that are not on breaks, and they don't work fast either. So you have lines that probably dozens of people in line, and you have only 2 lines open, while 4 or 5 others just congregate at the station where the guys is working and talk. So that just further irritating people, because they say, hey, we are in line here, can you see us, right? We are in line waiting for you, and this is like 40 minutes in. So, and then an hour later, you came out and say, you just need this piece of paper, and you're waiting for an hour. And that's how government employees work. And that's frustrating. So it's the same apply for healthcare. So healthcare, if you have that, one guy that provides everything, then there's no competition. They're just gonna be just like that. Just You can't, there's no entity providing driver license. Only the government can provide that, and that's caused that. So we see it. We don't want it. And the best example, government fund healthcare. Just look at the veteran, the VA hospitals. They are horrible. A lot of veterans kill themselves because the illness that they have, the PTSD that they suffer, and they are told to wait 6 months to get another diagnosis, and then to wait to see the doctor, and then 18 months out, and then finally they got so frustrated, they just terminate. They kill themselves, and that is sad. So, yeah. So I think when you discuss with your friends, listen to the word that they put, right? Yeah, it's free healthcare and free market healthcare. They are two completely different. The free healthcare is the one that's more of a socialist, when collectively the government is the middleman that collect money from one side and then distribute to the other. Where the free market one is the one that, okay, if you want for something, you work hard for it, you pay for it, and there's competition, healthy competition, so which is good. Okay, good. I'm sorry. That's what I want to make sure that you're clear on that one.
Okay. And we also briefly touched on just having things being free, like in general, free housing, free college, free everything, and how there doesn't create a drive among the people. We briefly touched on that, but it wasn't much.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, think about what we give to you, right? You live under our rules. It's free. We provide you free housing, right? Free food, but there's certain rules that you have to follow, right? And that same principle apply if you go outside and you say, well, I'm gonna want free this and free that, and you'll be objected to certain.
Well, receiving free things and free this and free that
that's correct.
Just encourages complacency. And who's gonna provide those kinds of things for you if no one else wants to provide it? If everyone wants to have free this, free that, then who will provide the free things?
Who will be the worker?
Who's gonna provide free housing? Who's gonna teach in the colleges? And if there's not enough, if there's no one, like if it's all free, if no one's paying, or if it's like just through tax, where are you gonna get the money from? Like I don't know how to explain it, but just by having free this and free that.
So the way they do is this, the way the socialist does is that it's require that person to provide the services a certain rate of, maybe free labor. So in turn, that is slavery, because when you tell people, say, hey, you need to perform this service for free, that's slavery, right? Imagine that was in the 1800s or prior to in America, and slave bought them, and now they make them work in the fields for many hours without pay. The only thing they pay for is food, right?
There's no motivation. I mean, even if it is all free, how are you gonna find the money to pay these people? If you're trying to pay them, there's no money being circulated because no one's paying for the product. So.
Yep. So that's very much kill the economies, and that's most of the so far most of the socialist countries, really true socialists. There's no, not to say it's true or not, but just socialist countries fail because there is no motivation for people, no stimulation for the country, for the economy to grow, because very much everybody, I mean, by default, humans are designed that way. I believe so. I mean, there's some people that have really good motivation to work hard, but there are a lot of other people out there that have no motivations at all. Their motivation is to leech off the system, and that is sad.
Well, it's because the easiest way out.
Yeah. Of course, right? The laws of physics. So if have you learned of entropy?
No, not yet.
Entropy and enthalpy. It's you think about it, it's very much similar. I mean, you look at physics and you look at chemistry, and how things flow. That find the easiest way, easiest path, and that's how human works too. Unfortunately, is that okay? That's the easiest way to get where I want. They're gonna follow the easiest path, which is free stuff, free that. So let other people work for me, and sometimes it's sad. that is. But anyway, so while we're getting long,
This episode, this episode's
this
a bit
episode's
long.
long. We will reserve this discussions into more of an interview. I'm gonna interview the girls in the family, and we discuss more in terms of cultures difference, politics differences. It's not to the point of conflict, but there are differences because our mind are designed that way. So we're gonna talk
Definitely.
we talk about in depth.
Generational.
Generational
cultural,
differences, cultural.
All these differences.
And so, and this video can serve as a you can say what the history, the memories, and then when you girls grow up and start having your family, you think about these discussions and say, well, how much has changed since the day that I talked to Dad about all these things that I feel, these things that I like to do, and now I'm completely 180 degree difference from where I was 10 years ago, and we accept that, and that, why? Because it's growing pains, it's things that we do. As some people will remain liberal into their 50s for sure, but those are the views that I can explore, in terms of those, because they feel more compassionate. I just don't like the word compassionate, but compassionate when you compassion with your own energy and resource, not compassionate with somebody else, and which is bad. But anyway, see you guys next time.
Bella fell
Bye bye.
asleep.
Bella slept.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Bye bye.